Welcome, Kirsten. Nice to see you here with us. Thanks so much for investing your time.
Of course.
Great. I would like to ask you the first question. Can you tell us about Solutions Academy? How was it founded? And what are its goals?
So, Solutions Academy as coach training school started in 2008 to deliver solution-focused coach trainings. And a long time we were not accredited by ICF or EMCC or any of those things. And then in 2016, we were accredited by ICF and last year by EMCC. And the goal really is to make coach education simple and make credentialing or certification simple, and at the same time teach people a really useful and, what is most important to me, respectful approach to coaching, so that the coaching conversation that we teach is really a coaching conversation between equals, that the coach is not above the client, analyzing the client, or below the client as a service provider. Oh my God, I have to provide return on investment or something. But this is a humanistic endeavor. This is two people having a conversation with the goal of it being helpful to the other person. And it's a co-creation and collaboration. And that's kind of our ethos. That's what we want to bring into the world, rather than the coach, the hero, I'm going to tell you what's wrong with you, or the coach, the servant, oh, you know, dear CEO, I am going to serve you or something. No, it's a conversation at eyes level, oriented at helping the client develop their potential and reach whatever goal they want to reach. So I think that's the goal, bringing that into the world more and more.
Thanks so much for this valuable information for us and for Turkish people here who are listening, watching us. My second question will be, what are your thoughts and feelings about the collaboration between Solution Academy and Academy?
I think this is such a wonderful collaboration, because I think Solutions Academy is populated with nice, warm-hearted, uncomplicated, lovely people. And that's the same feeling I have with Hayat-ı-Nuritmi. It's just warm-hearted, lovely, uncomplicated, pragmatic people who really try to help other people grow. And another connection that I saw is that even before I knew of Hayat-ı-Nuritmi, I was using the metaphor of dance for coaching, either Lindy Hop or tango. So a dance that's not choreographed, I think is the English word, where it's really about the interaction between both partners. And a metaphor that I was often using is that, you know, if your partner is standing on this leg and you're the leader and you're trying to move on this leg, it's just not going to work. So I think this idea of emergence, collaboration, and dealing with complexity without having a real predictability, and seeing what emerges between two people, that's, I think, the common ground between Hayat-ı-Nuritmi and Solutions Academy. So I mean, when you guys contacted me, I thought, hey, you know, that's a perfect fit.
We feel the same. We appreciate hearing that from you. Thanks so much. Our hearts and brains are fit already, and we are very ready to go forward. Thanks so much. The next question will be, as far as we know, Solution Academy is the only training institution in the world whose all trainings and accredited by ICF and EMCC. we would like to hear about this process from you.
So our main purpose is to teach great conversations. And the second purpose is to give as much value from our coach trainings as we possibly can. So we always try and make the training worthwhile for our participants. And on the other hand, we have to pay our trainers good money. So we try to be as cheap as we can, delivering the highest possible value that we can. And that is why we got the accreditation for our programs. With one program, you can usually get 2 or 3 certifications. So you can, we have the full range of programs from EMCC foundation level, which is a really small program, 20 hours for managers and leaders, just to dip their toes into the water of coaching. That's accredited at foundation level for EMCC, and initial level with another organization that we're part of. That's the International Alliance of Solution-Focused Teaching Institutes. So you get 2 credentials. Then coaching fundamentals, you get 3 accreditations. You get ICF, or not get, but you have all the training and mentoring hours for ICF ACC, EMCC practitioner, and ISD foundation level. Then you have coaching in organizations, ICF level 2 PCC, EMCC senior practitioner, ISD level 2 advanced practitioner. Then we have masterclass, EMCC senior practitioner again, ICF MCC preparation level 3, and advanced solution focused practitioner, no, master solution focused practitioner again, so 3. Then we have coach supervision. Just a second. Oh, okay, my husband was walking through the screen. No. Okay, so, sorry about that. So then we have coaching supervision, and coaching supervision is EMCC accredited because ICF doesn't have a accreditation yet. We have team coaching, which is accredited by EMCC and is going to be accredited by ICF, we hope, but it prepares for ICF team coaching accreditation. We have mentor coach training. And so we're really, really trying for anything that we do to be able to give people a certificate that has real market value. Plus, of course, everybody gets like a super cool badge with, I don't know, Solutions Academy certified coach, or I don't know if we can do a Hayat and Solutions Academy joined together badge. Because I think if you're these are uncertain times. So if you're investing your money in an education, I think it is our responsibility as coach education providers to really deliver value, something that on the one hand is a wonderful experience and personal growth and education, but on the other hand, you spend maybe some money for coaching coaching education, but you are able to regenerate that money because you can increase your prices, or you get more customer, so that in the end it's a win-win. We win because we love coach education and get paid for it, and our participants win because they get real value for their money.
Thanks so much. Next question. What is solution-focused coaching, and how did it first emerge?
That is a question that is very dangerous if you ask it to me, because I can speak more than 10 hours about this. So I'm going to try to give you the short version of this. Solution-focused coaching is an approach that is resource-oriented and progress-oriented. Now, you could say every coaching approach is kind of progress-oriented and also resource-oriented, but maybe if you look closely, there are some approaches that really try to find out what's wrong with you. what is keeping you from going where you want to go. Maybe look at some hidden deficits that you have. And solution focused wouldn't try and do that. We wouldn't look at what is keeping you away from where you want to go. We would really try and figure out where is it that you want to be and describe that in great detail. And then look at where are you now? And let's say if this is where you want to be, if you can imagine this, you're probably not at zero. If you want to be a great presenter, for example, you have an idea what this is. And this idea is already bringing you from 0 to at least a little bit. You know, you have an idea, you know what it looks like. So we would describe that, and then we would go, okay, so what do you already know? And then move, what is the next step? And the next step. So it's very close, if you want to say it, to agile, because we're really about small steps, small steps, small steps, small steps. And the origin is in the 1970s, 1980s as a therapeutical approach or a social work approach. And I think it is more a social work approach than a psychotherapeutic approach. And that's why it fits with coaching better than a lot of psychological models. It was founded by Insoo Kim Berg and Steve DeShazer and a couple of other people at the Brief Family Therapy Center in Milwaukee. And they were trying to find out what really works in the collaboration between the therapist, so between the coach and the client. And they were already very interested in the signs of collaboration. One maybe funny story is they had a funeral for resistance. So they actually got a little box, like a shoebox, and buried resistance in their backyard, because they were saying if the coach or the practitioner thinks the client is resistant, then there's something wrong in the relationship. Resistance is not about the client. If the client is saying, I'm not interested in your coaching, then the client is not resistant. There's something that's not right in the relationship between practitioner and client. So the coach would then have to find out, okay, so this is not the kind of coaching you want. What do you want instead? So I think that's the emergence of the solution-focused approach, which is really trying to keep the not knowing attitude of the coach, keep the client in the center, keep collaborating with the client, asking good questions, but always leaving the client a choice. And I think that fits so well to our modern understanding of coaching that it is oftentimes a lot easier for people to learn the solution-focused approach and then actually pass coaching performance evaluations, because the mindset is already there from the beginning. So I've talked too much. I'm sorry. I told you can just go beep and then you get a 10 hour speech.
Thank you so much. Brief for us and very valuable, deep in it. Thanks. Another question of mine. What makes the solution-focused coaching model different from others? I am now aware of swimming in the dangerous pool. However, I would like to hear from you the differences between the solution-focused and the other coaching approach.
So I think all coaching approaches work. So I don't want to say to anyone, if you are using a coaching approach that works for you, you don't learn the solution-focused approach because you already have something that works for you. But if you're interested in an approach that is very, very respectful, short, not super difficult to learn, pragmatic, then solution-focused would be for you. And one of the differences that I've experienced with people who are coming into our classes, at a later stage. So let's say we have coaching fundamentals and then coaching in organizations, and maybe they did their level 1 coach training somewhere else, and then they're coming for us in coaching in organizations. That's the most of experience I have with people from other training schools, is that a lot of them learned a lot of theory about the client. So we have to, for example, in NLP, you might look at logical levels or mental models or some kind of analysis of the client. And in solution focus, we really focus on the interaction between coach and client. So we teach not what you think about the client, but how do you interact with the client? How can you develop this dance-like emergent quality as a coach? How can you really be present with your client rather than having all of these thoughts about your client in your head that take you away from the direct interaction with a client? So the solution-focused model is very simple. We're not thinking too much about what's wrong with a client or where does it fit in a taxonomy. It's really about our positive and encouraging and hopeful conversations with the client. And I think that's one of the main things, and that's because it's a social constructionist approach. Cousins would be agile coaching or narrative coaching or collaborative coaching or discursive coaching, whenever it's really about what happens between coach and client, client and coach, and not necessarily thinking we can take an outside position and do a lot of analysis. The good news is you don't have to learn theory. And I know theory is very useful for a lot of coaches. Good. We don't need it. That's why we're simpler, and that's why we can teach people to be great coaches much quicker, because we avoid a lot of the detours. Because usually at ACC level, people learn like lots of theories, blah, 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 and then they're in their head. They're no longer in contact with the client. Oh my God, what happens? And then at PCC level, they have to relearn to be in contact with the client, which is something that they can already do normally in the beginning, but then they forget. And for us, they don't have to forget. They can build on their strengths right away. So maybe that's it's not a marketing spiel. I actually believe that.
Yeah, it is very tangible, visible to see and hear. It's coming from your heart. You're engaging with what you are talking. Thanks so much, Kirsten. What are the benefits of a solution-oriented coaching approach for the coach and the client?
Yeah, as I said, for the coach, you learn it faster. You build on what you already know. If you are a strength and progress-oriented coach, you will only have great clients, because you are not looking at their deficits. You're not looking at what's wrong with them. You are not empathizing. You are empathizing, but you're not empathizing too much with, oh my God, oh, it's so difficult. Of course, you acknowledge the problem, but you don't stay there. So burnout and emotional difficulties of the coach are much, much less, because there's even research that solution-focused coaches experience less burnout than problem-focused coaches, just because there's always hope, and we trust our clients, and it's fast and it's fun, and the solution-focused community of coaches is a great, warm, loving, sharing community. So you always find someone to talk to. And for clients, I think the benefit is that they have someone at eye level to talk to, and someone who can have their full attention on them. And I think that's the greatest gift we can give in this world of constant smartphone, and it was our full interaction and our full attention to the client that is not like, you know, encumbered by tons of theories in the person's head. So I would say for clients, that's a really big benefit. Not to say that you wouldn't get these benefits with other coaching approaches. It's just that solution focused is really stresses that a lot.
Can you tell us about the fundamentals of coaching certificate program? In details, we would like to know more from you. How many hours? What will we learn in terms of content? Who can participate? What is ICF and EMCC approved training means? And what are the advantages of this program for the ICF designation process? I will continue about deep dive into the fundamentals of coaching program, but let's now stopping myself and give the microphone to you.
So the Coaching Fundamentals program is our level 1 program accredited by ICF as level 1. So it gives you all the training and mentoring hours for ACC, for Associate Certified Coach, and is also accredited as EQA by the EMCC at practitioner level. So you get these two, plus you get the IST, so solution focused practitioner. So 3 accreditations for the price of 1. As we know, I think we have the research we've done, it's the only program that actually gives you all 3 in one program. And the advantage of that is that you can show to the market that you're a serious coach, that you're not just an Instagram coach who's taken 7 hours of coach training and maybe read a book, but you really have a thorough education. And we start by doing 8 sessions on the foundations of the solution-focused approach, very practical. So you always have, in the 2 hours, you always have little discussions in small groups. It's very live and interactive, and it's fun, and you meet great people. So the first 8 hours or 8 sessions are about foundations of the solution-focused approach. How do you ask questions? How do you make observations? What is the structure of a coaching session? So I think after session 3, you are able, or 2 even, you're able to start practicing coaching, because after session 2.5, let's say, you have a simple structure for coaching, and you can start coaching anybody, anything that moves, basically. You just go to your family, your friends, just practice. And then in module 2, we focus on the ICF core competencies and the EMCC core competencies, and really deep dive into what EMCC and ICF needs to see in order to accredit you or credential you as ACC or practitioner. And then in module 3, practice. So it's really coaching, feedback, coach feedback. It's really 8 sessions of coaching practice. And all of this is, to all of this, we add learning material like a reflection log and little videos, so that we have a platform. There is lots of material available also for people to use. And then after this course for ICF, you need to take 3 individual mentoring sessions. So what happens there is you record yourself with a coaching session, maybe with another partner in the class or one of your, it doesn't matter. And then this recording gets uploaded to a platform. In that platform, we do a transcript in Turkish, easy peasy. Platform speaks Turkish. I don't, but the platform does. And then this transcript and your recording gets sent to your mentor, probably Erdem. And then Erdem listens, or your mentor listens to the recording before your mentoring session, and you get really detailed feedback on what did you do well, where would you like to improve, what are the competencies that you show easily, what are some competencies that could be a little stronger, so that after 3 sessions, we can give you, in 99% of the cases, like very seldom, there is someone who doesn't pass. But then we can say we had 3 recordings, at least one of them was at ACC level, and then we can give you a certificate, level 1 certificate. And with that certificate, you go to ICF, upload the certificate, tell ICF, yes, I have 100 hours of coach practice, of client coaching experience, it's called. And you get your ACC within 1 or 2 weeks. So very practical. And then the same with EMCC, you fill in your reflective log during the course, and then you do copy paste from the reflective log into a portfolio document. You send us the portfolio document via an upload link, and then we simply recommend you to EMCC. We have a monthly Excel file of all the graduates that we send to EMCC. You go to EMCC, you pay the fee, and ta-da, within 2 or 3 weeks, you are EMCC practitioner. And ICF and IST, we simply send you an IST certificate. So then you have, 3 very nice certificates on your wall after the course. I don't know, what did I miss?
Nothing. I appreciate to be the mentor of a Turkish program. I mean, the fundamentals of coaching in Turkish. And yeah, and will be leading this process here in my country, in Turkey. So let's continue this amazing conversation and getting your incredible informations. How will the training take place, face-to-face or online? What's your experience about your programs in Europe? What is the time interval? What would you like to say about this?
So we usually do the trainings for 2 hours each week, and we have an online. Our experience is that if you do 2 hours every week, you have the chance to practice in between and then reflect on your practice. And that makes for a much more intensive learning than if you do a face-to-face meeting. We've done that since 2014 or so. We've done online, 15, we've done online coach training, but I personally started online training leadership developments in 2005. So we really know how this works. And sometimes people think online training is like there is somebody going like talk, and you listen and you go like, no, okay, good night. Yeah, but no. This is not. It's really like we're here talking, discussing. But however, the program can also be delivered as a face-to-face. It just depends. For example, we have our coaching skills for managers and leaders is usually a 2-hour, 7 weeks program. And we've worked with companies where they said, no, we want the whole 7 hours in 1 week. For us, we don't think this is optimal because you miss all the practice in between, but we can do it. So that's the same for the coaching fundamentals. If a group or a company absolutely wants face-to-face trainings, it can be done. But personally, coaching is not something that you can learn by somebody telling you about it. You have to practice. And the good questions really come by practicing. They don't come by you thinking about it. So it's, again, it's like a dance, you know, Erdem can explain the tango to you. That doesn't mean you can dance the tango, right? You have to do it in order to learn it. And I think that's the same with coaching. So the time between sessions is really valuable. And you can come back every session and mention your questions and say, "Oh, I tried this. It didn't really work. What could I do instead?" And that's really how you grow as a coach.
I would like to give the news to our followers. The Fundamentals of Coaching program will start on the 9th of November online in Wednesdays, every Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. we will be online with our great participants who really willing to deep dive into solution-focused coaching and get these all brilliant certifications and put them in their wall. I will be the leader of the program here in Turkey, and the program will be in Turkish, and all the materials, all the videos, all the papers that we're gonna read and exercise and everything will be in Turkish. We will be, all the Hayat and Eğitimi team will be here for supporting our participants, and for sure Solution Academy will be always with us, next to us, in any case, in any time. Thank you so much, Kirsten.
Thank you. I need to add something.
Yes, please.
Solutions Academy and Hayat and Eğitimi courses only attract the most lovely participants. So if you are a lovely participant, you must come.
Great. Thank you. One more question about the certification program, Fundamentals of Coaching, because you have experience more than maybe 8 years, as you mentioned, since 1914. How would you evaluate the success of the education based on your experience in many countries? What would you like to say to our participants in Turkey, the potential ones and the already registered ones?
I mean, this program is a great success. So from 2014-15, where we had one course at Solutions Academy, within the last, I guess, 8 years, we are now at Solutions Academy International. Maybe we have 20 courses that run or more. Then we have 5-6 courses each. So in total, we're like at 40-50 courses from one. So that tells you that people are happy and are talking about it. So we have courses in German, Romanian, Polish, Italian, Chinese, Slovak, and Czech. We're working on Spanish. We're probably going to open Arabic as well. So really, we've been, without really wanting to, we didn't have like this strategy, conquer the world. It's been a great success just because our participants start recommending us. And this fall, all of our programs are full. We've had to open new courses because we couldn't accommodate the participants. It was amazing. And we're very grateful because it's the work that we love, and to be able to support coaches to grow. So yeah, that's the success. And we have a very, even when participants needed to, somebody killed my light. Even when participants needed to put in their recordings to ICF, they always passed. So it's a success all around.
Thanks so much. We are proud of being a part of Solution Academy, and
likewise, we're proud of being partnering with Hayat and Ritmi.
We are really grateful feelings about leading the program in Turkish and be a color of this multi-language program at the Turkish in this photo. One more question. Are we prepared for ICF's updated credential exam system with this training?
Super prepared. So when I heard about the new core competencies, we immediately integrated them into our program. So we've been teaching the new core competencies for almost 2 years. And then I always joke, ICF stole my Christmas last year. So over Christmas and New Year's, the application for level 1, level 2, level 3 started January 14. So instead of having a holiday with my family, I was sitting in front of my computer and I was filling in the application for ICF. Also, I personally have taken the ICF credentialing exam, so I really know what the exam is about. So I've taken it in the test center, I've taken it online, and we have also, on the basis of my experience, we've created an exam that people can take to prepare for the credentialing exam. So we really try to make it easy for you to hold your hands. And I'm also president past of ICF Germany, and I was president and president-elect of ICF Germany. So I served on the ICF Germany board for 3 years, and I'm very well connected to the ICF Global. And I think it's vital that we know about the developments of EMCC and ICF Global so that we can help our participants just to have an easy time. Our tagline is your one-stop online shop for coaching credentials or for coach certifications. And our mission in life is to get you busy with learning how to coach and not necessarily get you bogged down and weighted down with bureaucracy. So we try and figure this out for you so you don't have to.
I would like to say to all our participants, potential ones and registered already, this exam will not be a concern for them if they follow the classes, they follow us. It is no matter. Do not take it as a concern. It will be an easy step for us to come over.
No Solutions Academy graduate has ever failed the exam. So if you do, you will have the honorable place of being the first one. No, I'm kidding. You're not going to fail.
Great. Can people who have had a previous coaching training, but it is not ICF or EMCC accredited or approved, also participate in this training?
In coaching fundamentals, anyone can participate. So it's really our foundational training. And even if you've had a prior coaching training that's not accredited, with the coaching fundamentals, you learn a different approach. So it's not boring. You're not going to be learning many things that you've learned before. ICF is sadly changing its rules a little bit, so that accredited coach training providers after January 23 can only recognize a third of the training. So if you want to come in with prior coach training, We don't know 100%, but it is possible that we can help you recognize your prior training so that you don't lose your coaching experience hours. But that is still a little bit unclear. It looks like, though, that we will still be able to recognize your prior coach training so that you don't have to lose all the coaching experience hours between your first training and the coaching fundamentals.
Great. What is the contribution of the foundations of coaching training to the professional lives of professionals working in organizations?
That's a lot, just because if you learn a solution-focused mindset, you're going to be more effective in your conversations all around. I'll give you an example. You come in, you see one of your direct reports has made a really big mistake. Sometimes that happens. So the normal response of anyone really would be, "Oh my God, why did you do that?" What does the person do? They defend themselves. They say, "Well, but I didn't mean to, but you did." Does this help? No. With a solution-focused mindset, you would start by assuming the person had a good intention. You wouldn't ask why. You would go see the mistake, go to this person and say, "Oh, this is not what we needed. Can we have a moment and think, how can we repair this? What can be done to repair this?" And this is a completely different mindset. It's really about a growth mindset rather than a "you are incompetent." I'm saying, you didn't know how to do that just yet. So let's develop you. Let's help you grow. And people have told me that through the coach, it sounds a little bit like a cult, but we're not a cult. No, but it's really changed their lives. It's changed their lives in conversations with their partners. It's changed their lives in conversations with their employees. It's changed their lives in conversations with their friends, because they stop focusing on the negatives. They stop, you're in a restaurant, the waiter is lazy, you think, you don't get your food, everybody could lean back and say, "Oh, terrible." Huh? Is that going to create enjoyment of the evening? No. In a solution-focused way, you would say, yes, you don't ignore the problem. You say, it's getting a bit late. But, at least we have each other. We can have a conversation, or let's order some tea, or let's ask the waiter, or whatever. So you just accept the situation as it is and you move forward. It doesn't you don't put on your rose-colored glasses and make the world prettier than it is. You say, okay, this is bad, but by saying how bad it is all the time and complaining, you're not making it 1 inch better. So, and I think that's the power of the solution-focused approach. It really can help people be happier in their lives.
Will be able to receive mentoring at the end of the training in Turkish?
Yes, with Erdem.
Great. Hearing from you is making me happy. Thanks. Everybody thinks that Erdem is asking questions that makes him happy. Thanks. Which certificates will we have at the end of the training? I asked this question only to repeat again because this is a valuable part.
ICF Level 1, EMCC Practitioner, International Alliance of Solution-Focused Trainings Institute Practitioner, and you get a cool badge, Solutions Academy Certified Coach, that you can share everywhere. So you get as much paperwork as you can. So if you want to have a wall in your office with everything, you need to reserve some space.
One technical question, maybe the listeners would like to know about that. If they miss one of the sessions, because we have 24 2-hour sessions in each week. So if they miss one of them, what's going to be?
We record the sessions and they can listen to the recording later on. We do try and encourage people to be there at least 85% of the time, but then people will also work in peer groups. So if you need to miss a class, you can watch the recording, you can ask your peer group what happened. And the main thing for us is that a person learns how to coach. So if somebody needs to miss more than 15% of the sessions, we can always find a solution, maybe join another course, or that we can always find a solution.
And at the end of this meeting, I would like to ask you, after the fundamentals of coaching, you have already underlined this topic. However, I would like to ask once more to reframe, and maybe it's better to underline once more. If you want to receive further training from Solution Academy, how should we proceed? Which programs do you offer with the solution-oriented coaching approach?
So for after coaching fundamentals, you can go and do coaching in organizations. We're also going to be developing an ICF accredited class on life coaching. So, but that's not done yet, but we have coaching in organizations, which is level 2 or EMCC senior practitioner accredited. We also have a course on team coaching that's EMCC accredited that will give you the ITCA individual team coaching accreditation by EMCC, and will also provide you with all of the training hours necessary for ICF accreditation. So those are the two that exist now. That's coaching in organization and team coaching. Those are the direct ones.
And for the MCC preparation, we have one more certification program.
Yes, so we have a level 3, which is the master class, and we also have mentor coach training if you're a PCC and want to learn how to be a mentor, and we have coach supervision training. So if you want to learn how to be a coach supervisor, I think that is a very attractive market in the future to be a coach supervisor.
Yep. Thanks so much, Kirsten, for this valuable information, for your nice wordings. You're, as always, humble and very welcome anytime we come and knock your door. Thanks so much.
Thank you. It is a joy. I've been talking to Erdem so much, and I can so recommend. It's going to be a great training, and I'm really looking forward to meeting everyone and having the Solutions Academy family grow into Turkey.
So also, I think one valuable present to attend this certification program also, as you mentioned, we have this program running in many countries in many languages. So we have a great community, Solution academic community, and it is really available for our participants also to connect and engage with the others, Italians, Chinese, and many countries also involved in this lovely community. So to practice what they have learned, maybe to engage, to discuss, it is also available. We are in a global life, so also Solution Academy serves this present for everybody. Thanks, Kirsten, once more. Have a nice evening.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.